Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one who keeps getting told you're doing too much because you feel too much before anything even happens. Come here. Listen close. You know what they never understood about you? Your gut. That loud, annoying, relentless voice that starts screaming way before life pulls the trigger. They had no idea your gut be yelling, "This shit is coming," first. And you know what they did instead? They rolled their eyes. They laughed. They told you you're overreacting. They made you feel crazy for being early to the truth. But let's talk about that, you. Let's rip that open. You walk into a room and before anyone says a word, you already feel it. You feel tension. You feel fake smiles. You feel hidden agendas. It's not logical. It's not a spreadsheet. It's not evidence. It's your stomach dropping for no reason. It's your chest getting tight when everybody else is fine. It's that weird heaviness in the air that nobody wants to admit is there. And what do they do when you speak up? Relax. You're paranoid. You always assume the worst. No, you don't assume the worst. You sense the pattern. You sense the shift. You sense the glitch in the matrix before the code even loads for them. Your gut is not drama. Your gut is data. Raw, unfiltered, unpolished data from reality, hitting you before it hits them. Think about how many times you were right. You said, something is off about that person. They said, stop judging, give them a chance. And then what? Weeks later, months later, boom, the mask slips, the lie pops. The betrayal shows up dressed in the same outfit your gut described on day one. You told yourself, I don't like this situation. I don't know why, but it feels wrong. They told you, you're being negative. And then life dropped the exact mess your gut was screaming about. You ever sit there like, bro, I literally felt this coming. And suddenly everybody wants to act shocked. Oh my God, how did this happen? And you're there like, I told you this shit was coming before it even packed its bags. But did they listen? Of course not. Because people don't respect warnings. They respect consequences. You know what's really messed up? They made you doubt yourself. You started editing your own intuition to make other people comfortable. You felt something was wrong, and instead of trusting it, you started playing mental gymnastics. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm just traumatized. Maybe I'm being unfair. No, you weren't being unfair. You were being early. You weren't being too much. You were being tuned in. And they took that gift and turned it into a punchline. They had no idea your gut be yelling, this shit is coming first. So they labeled you dramatic. They had no idea your instinct runs on a faster clock than theirs. So they called you unstable. They didn't understand that your nervous system has seen enough, survived enough, processed enough that it can spot danger from miles away now. Let's talk about why your gut is so loud. Because life didn't whisper to you, did it? No. It slammed doors in your face. It threw you into rooms with liars, manipulators, fakes, abusers, users, cowards. You met people who smiled at you with their teeth and hated you with their eyes. You learned the hard way. You learned that benefit of the doubt can cost you years. So your body adapted. Your intuition evolved. You became the person who notices energy before words. You see the way someone flinches when you speak truth. You see that microsecond pause before they answer. You hear the tone behind their tone. Other people listen to what's said. You listen to what's not said. That's why your gut talks so loud, because it refuses to let you walk blind into another trap you already survived in a different costume. And here's the wild part. The same people who ignored your warnings, the same people who told you to chill, are the first ones to run to you when shit finally explodes. Why didn't you say anything? You did. They just didn't respect your voice until reality copied and pasted your prediction. You said, "This person feels off." They dismissed you. Then that person lied, cheated, stole, switched up, dipped out, caused chaos, and suddenly you're the wise one. Suddenly it's, "You were right about them." Of course you were right. Your gut doesn't play. Let's be real. You're tired of being right too late for yourself. You're tired of realizing, damn, I should have trusted my gut the first time. After another situation drains you, breaks you, wastes your time, tears you apart from the inside, makes you question your own reality. You know how many times you saw red flags and still went, maybe it's not that deep. And then it was exactly that deep. Deeper, actually. That's the thing about intuition. It doesn't scream for fun. It screams because it knows something your mind hasn't accepted yet. People say, listen to your heart. Cute. People say, use your head. Sure, but your gut. Your gut is where the receipts live. Your gut is where your pattern recognition, your pain history, your survival instincts, your subconscious intelligence all sit at a round table and vote. They count the vibes, they tally the lies, they analyze the micro behaviors, and then they send a signal. Tight chest, sudden anxiety, random discomfort, feeling drained after being around them. That's not nothing. That's the memo. Your body is hitting you with a loud-ass notification. This shit is coming. And you know the craziest part? You gaslight yourself harder than anyone. They taught you to do that. They rolled their eyes enough times that now you roll your eyes at your own alarm bells. You feel something off and you immediately try to shut it down. Nah, I'm being dramatic. Nah, I'm reading too much into it. But ask yourself honestly, how many times has your gut been completely wrong about something big? Compare that to how many times you regretted not listening to it. Exactly. Your problem is not wrong intuition. Your problem is ignoring correct intuition because you don't want to seem crazy to people who don't even have the range to see what you're seeing. Let me say this clearly. They are not qualified to judge your sensitivity when they never lived your story. They don't know what it's like to be you, to walk through betrayal after betrayal, to feel your chest sink every time someone proves your warning right, to stand there holding the shards of another situation you felt coming from a mile away, asking yourself, why didn't I walk away when I first felt it? They don't understand the cost of ignoring your gut. You do. You paid in time, you paid in energy, you paid in tears, you paid in mental health, sleepless nights, replaying conversations, noticing red flags you overlooked on purpose. You've paid enough tuition in the school of pain to trust the diploma your gut earned. Here's what they really hate. You're hard to fool now. You don't fall for polished words. You don't worship potential. You don't get hypnotized by fake vulnerability that's actually manipulation in a costume. You can feel when someone is saying the right thing, but the energy is off. You can sense when an opportunity looks perfect, but your stomach says, don't sign that. You can tell when a room is clapping for you, but secretly rooting for you to fail. People who benefit from you being blind will always tell you your vision is too much. They had no idea your gut be yelling, this shit is coming. First, because your intuition threatens their ability to exploit you. Let's talk empowerment now. There's a version of you that doesn't apologize for being early. There's a version of you that doesn't shrink when your gut yells. There's a version of you that doesn't need everyone's approval before you honor your own warning signs. That version of you. They move differently. They leave the party early when the vibe shifts. They cut off the friendship when the energy feels fake, even if there is no evidence yet. They walk away from the relationship when something deep inside says, "This is not it," even though everyone else thinks it's goals. That version of you doesn't wait for proof, because proof is expensive. Proof costs peace. Your gut is evidence enough. You know what your new rule needs to be? If my gut says, "Nah, I'm done explaining," no debate, no PowerPoint presentation, no begging people to understand why you don't feel safe, why you don't want to go, why you're done with that person. You don't owe anyone a logical breakdown of an energetic truth your body has already delivered. You say, "I'm not feeling this. I don't trust this. I don't want to be there." And that's it. They can call it weird, rude, dramatic, sensitive. Let them. You know what's weirder? Continuing to walk into fires you already smelled the smoke from just because you didn't want people to think you were overreacting. You have to understand, there are people who will never understand you because they don't feel as deeply as you do. They don't see as far. They don't notice as much. You are high definition in a world that's comfortable staying on 144p. Of course they're going to say, "You're doing too much." Of course they're going to say, "Relax." They can't handle information at the speed you receive it. They don't have the same bandwidth. But that doesn't mean you should downgrade yourself. Stop dimming your perception to fit people who aren't even looking. Let's go deeper. You know why it hurts so much when your gut is right? Because on some level you knew and still hoped you were wrong. You saw the red flags. You felt the twist in your stomach. You had that little voice whispering, "This person is not who you think they are." And you silenced it because you wanted to believe in them. You wanted to believe in love, in loyalty, in friendship, in opportunity. So when your gut is proven right, it's not just, "Damn, I knew it." It's, "Damn, I betrayed myself to give them a chance." That's the punch to the chest. It's not just about them. It's about you abandoning you. And that's where everything changes. The moment you decide, "I'm not throwing myself under the bus to keep pretending I don't feel what I feel," you become dangerous in the best way. Dangerous to people who want to manipulate you. Dangerous to environments that want to drain you. Dangerous to cycles that depend on you being blind and compliant. Suddenly you're paying attention. You're honoring your gut. You're leaving when the energy shifts, not when the damage is already done. You used to wait until things got bad enough to justify leaving. Now you leave when your body whispers, "This ain't it." That's power. You gotta stop asking, is it really that serious? Yes. Yes, it is. Because every time you ignore your gut, you send yourself a message. I don't trust you. And every time you listen to your gut, you send yourself a different message. I've got you. You build or break self-trust with every little moment where you feel something and either honor it or shut it down. You want confidence. You want that unshakable energy. It doesn't come from affirmations alone. It comes from consistently choosing you, even when other people don't get it. It's built in those quiet moments where your gut says, this shit is coming, and you actually adjust, instead of just bracing for impact. Think about how different your life looks when you stop ignoring early warnings. You waste less time. You avoid certain heartbreaks entirely. You dodge certain disasters before they even make eye contact with you. People will say, hey, why don't you come around anymore? Because you felt the shift. Because their jokes started getting a little more disrespectful. Because the energy started feeling more like competition than love. They'll say, why didn't you stick around and see what happens? Because your gut already gave you the spoiler. You're not here to be an extra in your own story, while your intuition is screaming the plot twist in the background. Your sensitivity is not a glitch, it's your superpower. Being able to feel when someone's intentions don't match their words. That's security. Being able to sense when an environment is emotionally unsafe before anyone explodes. That's protection. Being able to tell when something looks like a blessing but feels like a trap. That's wisdom. You didn't ask for this level of awareness, but you earned it. Through pain, through repetition, through every single I knew it moment that cut deeper than the actual betrayal. So now what? Now you stop holding back the part of you that sees ahead. They had no idea your gut be yelling this shit is coming first, but you know now. You've got the evidence. So the next time you feel that knot in your stomach, when you're about to say yes to something, pause. The next time your body suddenly feels heavy, right before you call someone, pay attention. The next time you leave a conversation feeling drained, confused, smaller, don't just shrug it off. That's not nothing. That's not you being dramatic. That's your future self grabbing you by the shoulders, saying, please, don't do this again. We've been here before. You know how this ends. Your gut is not trying to scare you. It's trying to save you. You're not cursed for feeling too much. You're equipped for seeing too far. And once you finally decide to stop gaslighting your own instincts and start walking like someone who gets the warning before the siren, they're not going to understand how you keep dodging the chaos they're stuck in. They're not going to understand how you stay 10 steps ahead. They're not going to understand how you keep cutting ties right before shit hits the fan. They're gonna call it luck. They're gonna call it cold. They're gonna call it selfish. But you'll know what it really is. You finally listened to the voice that was yelling the truth before anyone else even noticed the floor was cracking. You finally honored the alarm that always rings before the impact. You finally chose you the first time your gut whispered, this shit is coming. You start realizing this thing isn't just about avoiding bad people. It's about how you move in every area of your life, every single day. That same gut that screams about fake friends. It also whispers when an opportunity is real and you're about to talk yourself out of it. You feel it when something is aligned, when something feels strangely calm, even though it looks risky on paper. Everyone else is panicking, listing pros and cons, waiting for some perfect sign from the sky. Meanwhile, your gut is just there like, yeah, this one is for us. And you hesitate. You hesitate because you're more used to ignoring yourself than backing yourself. You've gotten used to overriding that inner voice in relationships. You've gotten used to overriding it with family. You've gotten used to overriding it at work. You've trained yourself to doubt you. Then when it comes time to make a move that could change your life, Your first instinct is to ask 12 people, watch 20 videos, and run circles in your own mind, while your gut is sitting in the corner like, I already told you what this is. Your intuition doesn't just warn you about danger. It also points you toward things that are meant for you. That random idea that won't leave you alone. The project you keep imagining late at night. The move you've thought about making for years. That's your gut nudging you toward a future you're scared to claim. And yeah, it's easier to pretend you don't know what to do than admit you know exactly what to do, and you're just scared. Scared of failing, scared of looking stupid, scared of people talking, scared of outgrowing the same people who laughed at your warnings and fed your self-doubt. You're not confused. You're conflicted. There's a difference. Inside, something in you is already walking ahead. You're just standing at the door arguing with yourself about whether you're allowed to follow. You feel that, don't you? That split. One part of you already sees the version of you that doesn't ignore the warning, doesn't ignore the pull, doesn't ignore the signal. And another part is clinging to old patterns like, if I listen to this voice, everything might change. Yeah, exactly. Everything might change. That's the point. The same gut that saved you from people is the gut that's trying to save you from wasting your own potential. You get that weird dread before you walk into certain rooms. You get that heavy feeling before you agree to plans you don't even want. You get that tiny spark when you imagine doing something different with your life. Then you kill it with, be realistic. Be realistic is sometimes just code for stay small. You're not here to stay small. You've seen too much. You've survived too much. If you can predict chaos before it arrives, you can also predict your own growth before anyone ever sees it. Notice how your gut reacts when you picture yourself breaking the pattern, cutting off that one person who always drains you. Walking away from the group that low-key hates on you, leaving a job that pays your bills but destroys your soul. Actually committing to something that's yours, not just backing everybody else's dream like a side character. You feel a mix, right? Fear, relief, terror, freedom. That's your system glitching because it's used to pain, not peace. Your nervous system thinks chaos is normal. It's confused when things aren't falling apart. That's why when you meet something real, healthy, aligned, your first instinct is, this feels weird. Of course it feels weird. You've been emotionally dodging bullets for years. Peace will feel suspicious at first. Your gut isn't just yelling, this shit is coming, about the bad stuff. It's also whispering, this could be us, about the good stuff you keep pushing away. You'll say, I knew this person would hurt me. Cool. But deep down you also knew, I could have left earlier. You'll say, I knew this job was draining me. And under that, I knew I was meant for more than this. You keep predicting pain, but you also predict potential. You just trust one more than the other. You trust the negative more than the positive. You trust your fear more than your vision. That's the next level for you. Not just trusting your gut when it screams danger, but trusting it when it whispers destiny. Think about all the little moments you ignore that side. You see something you'd be amazing at and instantly think, not me. You feel drawn to a path and immediately shut it down with, I wouldn't even know where to start. You imagine yourself free, and your brain starts throwing worst-case scenarios like confetti. That's not intuition, that's conditioning. Your gut is the one saying, we could actually do this. Your fear is the one saying, we'd rather stay miserable than risk being embarrassed. You've been protecting your image more than your peace. And that's wild, because half the people whose opinions you're scared of, they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They're not the ones waking up in your body. They don't hear your gut at 3 a.m. You do. You're the one replaying conversations wishing you'd listened. You're the one sitting with that physical discomfort, knowing you betrayed yourself again just to keep the vibe normal. Normal has been killing you slowly. You want a different life? You're gonna have to act on the signals before the rest of the world understands. They won't clap at first. They won't get it. They'll say you're switching up. They'll say you're selfish. Funny how protecting yourself gets labeled as selfish by people who benefited when you didn't. You know that feeling you get when something inside you says, we're done here. Even though nothing dramatic happened, that's your soul closing the tab. That's your gut saying, we learned what we needed to learn from this chapter. You don't need a catastrophic event to justify walking away anymore. You felt the drift. You felt the disrespect in the jokes. You felt the one-sided effort. You felt the subtle envy. You don't need proof screenshots. You are the proof.